Hello, beautiful souls. I thought I'd have a bit of fun and pull a few cards for our Australian federal election on Saturday. So, what I did is I used four different decks, one for the Labor Party, one for the Liberal Party, one for One Nation, and then I did another pile for all of the freedom loving or alternative parties all together. So, what I got, let's have a look. So, this is Labor first. So, the Star, then the Knight of Cups, then the Page of Cups, then the World. Okay. So, what I got from this is very much the Labor Party is going into this election really with a bit of naivety. I'm feeling like they believe that the Australian people will vote for them because they really like them, or because it feels it's almost like the devil you know is better than the devil you don't kind of feeling. And it's interesting, they are sticking to their guns on certain things. They are, with the Page of Cups, there's a bit of naivety coming through with what they believe is the best way forward or the best thing for the Australian people. And they're almost kind of hoping that the Australian people really love them. And then with the World being the last card, there is fulfillment. Yeah, they're getting their wishes granted. Now, I don't necessarily feel that it means a win. I feel like there will be some sense of, at the end of it, whichever the result is, that we did all we could, and now this is the result. And I also feel like it's fulfillment in terms of they've done what they needed to do. And I feel like with the energy we know going on planetary, a lot of people have been woken up because of the way they have governed. And that is the fulfillment with the World card that I feel is talking about right now. So then we move on to the Liberal Party. We've got the 10 of Pentacles. So being a 10, they are at the end of a cycle. So is it the end of a cycle of being the opposition? Possibly. The 10 of Pentacles is also inheritance. So are they going to inherit? There is a lot of unknowns with them, with the Moon card coming in. And that's obviously how the people are feeling about them. Maybe their leadership is a little bit unknown. I certainly do feel like there will be a change in their leadership going forward. I don't think that their current leader will necessarily be the right man for the job, because I feel like there's certain people within the party that have got a handle more on the feeling from the Australian people, and the party will wake up to that. So, but I don't feel like that's coming in the next 12 months. I feel like that's after the next 12 months. And then we've got the King of Pentacles. So they have practical leadership, and they do have the ability to be good leaders. And that is what they are relying on right now. They are feeling that their leader definitely puts forward an energy that he is capable of doing the job. And then we bring in the Empress. So with the Empress, we get divine feminine energy. We get intuition. So I feel like here, next to the King of Pentacles, that it's really saying that if they get in, and I'll draw a card in a minute for that, but if they get in, they are bringing about and bringing with them a little bit more feminine energy to the table. And we know going into the age of Aquarius and the shift that's coming, it is going to balance the divine feminine and the divine masculine. So this is certainly what the Liberal Party are bringing with them to the table. So are people going to vote with their heads, which is Labor, or their hearts and their intuition about what feels right? That would then, they're going to vote Liberal, and Liberal will have the successful outcome. And I feel like energetically, where we're going, that is more the likely outcome of the result. Then I move to One Nation. So again, we've got the King of Pentacles, all about really good, solid leadership. But then we get the Ten of Swords with the Queen of Pentacles and then the King of Wands. So there's lots of really good people within this party. There are lots of people that would be capable of standing up. And I'm feeling like heading into this election, there is this feeling within the party that maybe Pauline has served her time. Maybe she hasn't advanced the party forward enough. They've been around for a long time, but they're not, they haven't come out or built and developed the party to the point where it's a real challenge to the other two. And I feel like there's people in the party that are very aware of that and wanted to go in another direction. In terms of where they're going to end up, the Ten of Swords, this is as bad as it's going to get for them. It's painful endings. Now, I don't know if the party will cease to exist completely after this election, but there's certainly going to be a big shake-up within it. It wouldn't surprise me if there's a leadership challenge, because the final card we've got here is the King of Wands. Now, he's a natural born leader. He communicates and gets along really well with people. He is very charming and he can make the bold decisions. He can make the important choices that will see the party moving forward. So I don't feel like I feel like maybe they're going to get a similar result to what they got in the Queensland state, where they didn't get a candidate in. However, that's not to say that they're going to have success within the Senate race. And they are a welcome choice for a lot of people to give that balance within the Senate. So that's One Nation. Then I drew 4 cards for the freedom parties as a whole. And we get the Wheel of Fortune, the 5 of Wands, we get the Page of Cups, and then the 8 of Wands. So I actually feel like they are going to do as a group really, really well. I feel like there is a big message going to be sent to the other 2 main parties, but certainly to the other 3, that they're just out of touch with people. And this is meant to happen. This is something that has been on the cards, so to speak, for a very long time. People are sick and tired of the policies of the out-of-touch big parties, and they're going to start looking towards people from within their community, and people that don't have a real motive to be lifelong politicians and milk the system. They are, for the most part, people that want to see a change and want to make a difference. And, you know, they may be a little bit naive about it. They do need to learn to work together a little bit more, and that's coming through with the 5 of Cups. It's almost like there's too many of them for people to really get behind and get good overall candidates out of the whole lot. Certainly, I don't feel like they're going to form a government, but I feel like they're going to have this time around enough impact to make a difference to the way that we are governed. And then this is happening really, really quickly here. They have got a lot of momentum behind them, even if it's not being reported on the news. There are hundreds of thousands of people around Australia going to vote this way. And I feel like it will be the start of big changes within Australia. So let's get a total final outcome card for each of the parties. I had an extra card sitting there. I picked it up with the deck. All right, so I'm going to use a single deck for each so that we don't get maybe we need re cards, because I'm feeling hung parliament. I'm feeling maybe if not quite hung, I'm feeling like there will be no one party this time around like there is at the moment that has all the control. So let's have a look. We're looking for a final outcome, please, for the Labor Party. Oh, the Tower. Big changes coming for the Labor Party. Lots of instability. When the Tower comes up, personally, I would say they're not going to win. All right, let's have a look at, Liberal Party, please, and a card's fallen out. Oh, interesting. We have the Hermit. So they will need to do a bit of soul searching. Are they not going to win? If they do, is it going to be by such a small majority that they're going to have to go back and reflect on what they got right and what they got wrong, and then change their policies or govern appropriately. So the Hermit for the Liberal Party. All right, I need a deck I haven't used already. All right, we'll go for this one. And this is for One Nation. A final outcome, please. Okay, final outcome for the election for One Nation. Thank you. I'm not going to pull 3 cards. I just want 1 card. Thank you. Oh, and 3 of Cups. So there's a celebration here. Maybe they're going to do really, really well. You know, and even though we got the 10 of Swords, it's as bad as it's ever going to be. So maybe they're going to get balance of power in the Senate. Who knows? It's still up in the air because this is a week out from the election, this reading. People have free will. This is for today going in. So 3 of Cups. Celebration. One Nation is going to be happy with their result, whatever it is. And I feel like it's more within the Senate, as I said, than, you know, in the House of Reps. Okay, I need 1 more deck, please. And we want final outcome for the freedom, independence, and any other parties that are there. And I've dropped the card, so I will be back. Okay, back with the card. I have just looked at it and I'm like, oh my god. It's the Teacher. Oh, so their result is going to shake up the political landscape. They've been discounted. They're not getting any traction in mainstream news. It's the polls, you know, the polls are doing the 2, maybe the 3 party, and it's not reflecting just how many votes these other parties are going to get. There will be a lot of candidates from these parties that will get up. So the next thing we need to do is ask about what our government is going to look like after the election. All right. Okay. I'm not getting political here. I'm simply, you know, drawing and intuitively getting what I am feeling here. So, can you please give us what the outcome's going to be? All right. Just laying them out. Okay, so the first one is the 5 of Swords. It's an ongoing process, and I feel like too, this is real growth. This is Australia starting to come into its own. It's the Australian people not necessarily just going along with who their parents voted for, who their grandparents voted for, who they've always voted for. They're now starting to become more interested in getting the right people into the role. So it's like a rite of passage. It's Australian people, the way they vote, they're growing up about it, and they're looking for more leaders, more decision makers that align with them. They're sick of feeling like the government is their enemy. And then we've got the Ace of Swords. So very much in line with that I just said. because it's going to be a new beginning in terms of government here in Australia. So I really do feel like the major parties are on their way out, and the more minor parties are on their way in, because they are aligning more with people's values, and they for the most part, none of them are politicians. So they're people like you and me that are coming out of their homes and off the streets and putting their hand up because they're sick of the way things are done. And that is the new beginning of it. Then we have the Two of Swords. So yeah, they've still got some stuff, obviously, to work out. I don't feel like any of those parties by themselves will have any impact, but they're a good choice to end the duopoly that currently exists. And then we have the Emperor. So wisdom, bringing in balance, have some authority, have some good leadership. The Emperor also brings with him masculine energy, but I don't feel like it's overpowering. It will allow the feminine energy to come through with it as well. So that is our election result in terms of where it's going to take us. It's going to balance out the duopoly. I feel like the duopoly is on its way out. With this Ace of Swords, it's all brand new. It's a brand new way of communicating, and with it comes a brand new way of governance. So wow, we are certainly here. I feel like we don't, if somebody had have stood up and became a really attractive spokesperson, front person for one of these miners, I'd say it was all over Red Rover for any of the other three, but so far we haven't had that. Maybe that's to come in the next election. But right now, today, there is your election rundown. Yeah, we'll see where we end up on Monday morning, probably when we get the results, or maybe we'll get it Saturday night. But maybe there'll be seats that won't come out until Monday, so they'll be kind of swinging a little bit. But I really do feel like this is a really important one coming into the age of Aquarius. It will see some big shake-ups happening. Whatever they look at, whatever they actually eventuate to become, we'll see next week. But for now, this is where we're headed, and yeah, hopefully we end up on the right track no matter what the result. So take care. Spirit loves you just the way you are. Until later with the daily or the birthdays or tomorrow, take care. Have a great one. Bye.